In the realm of human experience, few emotions are as misunderstood as anxiety. Often seen as a burden, a sign of weakness, or something to be eradicated, anxiety is rarely acknowledged for its profound role in shaping who we are. Today, we'll explore how anxiety, when understood and embraced, can become a powerful catalyst for greatness. Anxiety, at its core, is a response to the unknown. It's the unease we feel when faced with uncertainty, when the future feels like a vast, uncharted territory. But what if anxiety isn't just a problem to be solved? What if it's a call to action, a signal that we're standing at the edge of growth? The philosopher Søren Kierkegaard once described anxiety as the dizziness of freedom. It's the feeling we get when we realize that we are free to choose, free to shape our lives, but also responsible for the consequences of those choices. This freedom can be overwhelming, but it's also where our potential lies. Kierkegaard believed that anxiety is not something to be feared or avoided. Instead, it's an essential part of the human experience. It forces us to confront the fundamental questions of existence. Who am I? What do I want? What is my purpose? These questions can be uncomfortable, but they are also the gateway to self-discovery. When we embrace anxiety, we begin to see it not as an enemy, but as a guide. It points us toward the areas of our lives where we need to grow, where we need to take risks, where we need to step into the unknown. But let's be honest, living with anxiety isn't easy. The constant worry, the sleepless nights, the feeling of being overwhelmed, it can all feel like too much to bear. This is where natural solutions like Anxiovita can play a role. Anxiovita is a natural health product designed to help alleviate the symptoms of anxiety. Made by Rubimed, it comes in the form of liquid drops, making it easy to incorporate into your daily routine. While it's not a cure, it can provide support as you navigate the challenges of anxiety and work toward personal growth. Now let's return to the philosophical perspective. Kierkegaard believed that the way we respond to anxiety determines the quality of our lives. If we try to avoid it, to numb it, or to escape from it, we miss out on the opportunity for growth. But if we face it head-on, if we use it as a catalyst for change, we can transform our lives in profound ways. This doesn't mean that anxiety will disappear. It means that we learn to live with it, to see it as a companion on our journey rather than an obstacle. So, how do we do this? How do we turn anxiety into a force for growth? The first step is to recognize that anxiety is not the problem. The problem is how we relate to it. When we see anxiety as a threat, it becomes overwhelming. But when we see it as a challenge, as an opportunity to grow, it becomes manageable. This is where practices like mindfulness, meditation, and self-reflection come in. By staying present, by observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we can begin to untangle the knots of anxiety and find clarity. Kierkegaard also believed that passion is the key to transcending anxiety. When we find something that truly matters to us, whether it's a creative pursuit, a relationship, or a cause, we can channel our anxiety into action. Passion gives us a sense of purpose, a reason to move forward even when the path is uncertain. But passion isn't something we find outside of ourselves, it's something we cultivate within. It's about connecting with our deepest values, our truest desires, and aligning our lives with them. Kierkegaard's philosophy reminds us that anxiety is not something to be feared. It's a natural part of the human experience, a sign that we're alive, that we're growing, that we're becoming who we're meant to be. But growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. It requires support both from within and from the world around us. This is why products like Anxiovita are so valuable. They provide a foundation of support, allowing us to focus on the deeper work of self-discovery and transformation. The psychologist Barry Schwartz, in his book The Paradox of Choice, expands on this idea. He argues that too much choice can lead to dissatisfaction and unhappiness. When we have too many options, we may become fixated on finding the perfect choice, leading to decision paralysis and regret. Schwartz suggests that we can reduce anxiety by limiting our choices, focusing on what is truly important to us, and accepting that good enough is often better than perfect. The philosopher and psychologist Erich Fromm, in his book Escape from Freedom, explored the ways in which people try to avoid the anxiety of freedom. He argued that people may seek to escape freedom by conforming to societal norms, submitting to authority figures, or engaging in destructive behaviors. Fromm believed that true freedom comes from embracing our individuality and taking responsibility for our lives. He also emphasized the importance of developing our capacity for love and reason, which he saw as essential for navigating the complexities of existence. In today's world, with its constant distractions and pressures, it can be challenging to find moments of stillness and reflection. We may be tempted to numb our anxieties with mindless entertainment, social media, or consumerism. However, these distractions only provide temporary relief. They do not address the underlying anxiety that stems from our freedom and responsibility. To truly overcome anxiety, we must confront it directly. We must embrace our freedom, take responsibility for our choices, and find meaning and purpose in our lives. And if you find the journey challenging, if the weight of choice becomes overwhelming, if the anxieties of modern life weigh you down, know that you are not alone. There are tools and resources available to support you on your journey, to help you find peace and clarity amidst the storms of life. One such tool is Anxiovita, a natural product designed to help calm the mind and ease feelings of anxiety. It is a gentle yet powerful aid for those seeking to find balance and tranquility in a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, but it can be a valuable support on your journey, helping you to quiet the mind, to find moments of stillness, to reconnect with the peace that lies within. Remember, true freedom comes not from avoiding or suppressing anxiety, but from embracing it and finding meaning and purpose in our lives. And in those moments of presence, you will find the peace you have been seeking, the peace that is always within you, waiting to be discovered.